This video is brought to you by Big Bad Toy Store. Make your purchases through my personal link in the description to help out the channel. Furthermore, if you want to support me more directly, you can check out my YouTube channel membership for fun emojis and sneak peeks, or my Patreon. Links in the description. So an issue I have right now is that I have so many new things that I want to do, but I also keep getting new things because I usually have like a drought period and then everything sort of arrives at the same time because I want to save on shipping, or I just get paid and I want to spend some money. So I've been meaning to get to these figures now for quite some time, but today is finally the day when I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna try to combine these figures because I like the added articulation on the McFarlane one, like he has actual legs and actual knees. That's a really stiff joint. And you know, it has articulated hands and arms and elbows and, you know, all the goods. But I don't like the head sculpt in the slightest. I don't even think a resculpt of the mouth can really save it. I don't like how his neck kind of looks like a weird slug. And I don't know, I just don't really think this body is that great. The DC Direct figure, on the other hand, well, this is obviously a resculpted face, but I think the base likeness is a lot better for the penguin than whatever this is. Like, the bottle here isn't even translucent, it's just painted gray. Like, it looks really bad. Yeah, I'm gonna try to combine these figures, and one thing that also made me put this figure off a little bit is that, look at this. The legs are completely uneven in terms of height, and this is not something where you know, I can just push it up. This is for real like that, and he always has like this weird lean because of it. Like you can see, this is how it's supposed to be, and so I'm gonna have to remove the leg. I assume it's like every other McFarlane. Yeah, it's just like a regular McFarlane joint. So I'm gonna remove the leg. I'm gonna Dremel out. Actually, maybe I can show it to you better if I just give it a nice little pull. Like so. And I pulled off way too much. But no matter. I will try to heat up this joint and pull the leg out. Actually, what's gonna make this easier is probably if I can just get rid of this entire body. How do you... Like, I can tell it's just a ball joint. I think I need to heat up the entire figure. Okay, so everything is heated up now, so hopefully this will work a little bit. Ah, it's really hot, really hot. So, there we go. So, just like that. And hopefully I can get this leg back on, because it would make pulling the rest of the leg off easier, I think. Wait, I don't really understand it. The legs are the same height now, but I didn't really do anything. What? I guess it's still ever so slightly longer, but it's nowhere near as bad as... Okay, so the idea here is to just simply make this go a bit further down. And to achieve this, we're going to simply try to move everything down a notch. Like, we're going to grind down this bit a little, then this bit, and then we're going to drill the main hole, which you can't really see. Yeah, we're going to drill that to be slightly deeper. So for that, we use my rotary tool, and we just get on. So I have hollowed out everything here, so now we're just gonna do the deeper hole. So I'm using a 5mm drill bit, and we're just gonna drill. Hopefully this will work. So the legs are now of the same height, so now comes another somewhat difficult bit. So I need to separate this lower body from this upper torso, and it doesn't have any give at all if I try to just pry it off. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'll probably have to Dremel a hole through this entire section, hopefully so I can hit this swivel joint, and then I can just pull it off. And after that, I think I'm gonna have to hollow out the torso and then like stick this up in there. And this is a pretty complicated like procedure, but hopefully it's gonna pay off. So the torso is now hollowed out, and I mean, we can just sort of put together what I had originally in mind, which is something along these lines. But I don't know, this looks like alright in terms of height, I guess, but he doesn't... There's something that just doesn't look quite right. I think he needs to be, like, ever so slightly shorter, like... I mean, I guess he's a good height, but I need to look at a picture of Arkham. So, plan 2. I removed this, like, big fleshy bit, and I was thinking I could utilize this joint here to connect this to here. So, what I would have to do is I would have to cut away, like, this excess rubber piece, and then we'll have to fill this up with hot glue, and then I have to drill a hole, and then we can just put this torso on. So, next step. I think we can just follow this line here. So let's just do a hasty little cut, like so. I'm keeping a little bit here just so we have some room for mistakes. So this is like how it used to look originally. And plan 2 is to shove even more of this in, which turns out to be a little bit more complicated than I thought. Okay, so he looks pretty great now, doesn't he? I mean, there's like a bit of a gap here, but you know, who cares? It's just you're just gonna see him from like this view all the time, so it doesn't really matter. So let's have a look at the arms then. The arms for the McFarlane figure are completely stuck. I have no idea how you get them off. Like, usually with McFarlane arms, you can just kind of pull them out, but this guy is different. So yeah, I'm gonna slice up the coat here and see what I'm working with. So in case I would ever want this coat for anything else, I'm just slicing around it. Okay, so I've freed up the coat, and hopefully we can just get it off, and boom, we have a really nice like fur coat for like Harvey. Yeah. But anyway, we're gonna try to get these arms off. So let's see. Normal McFarlane arms. Oh. Okay. Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. So you just kind of bend them outwards, and boom, they pop right off. So let's see. How would we go about in getting these off? First off, I don't know. These shoulder balls look to be quite big. Would this look out of proportion if we? Maybe a little bit. Maybe they'll look a little bit too long. It's kind of difficult to measure because this guy doesn't have any, like, straight arms. Can he even hold, like, the better looking umbrella? Oh, he can. I don't really miss anything out by swapping the arms, but I mean, I'm gonna have to get rid of these arms regardless, so I'm gonna heat them up and just pull them off, I guess. So if you're curious, this is what the arms look like when they're removed. These old DC Direct joints actually are just sort of like plugged in like a socket, like you see here. So all I need to do is I need to make a slightly deeper hole, and then I need to make this section here bigger, and then just like push it in, I guess. I'm not really sure how the arms are gonna work lengthwise. If they're too long, I might just always have them like sort of bent, I guess. But that's a problem for a later time. So I'm just gonna go out and hollow this out, and then we'll see where we go from there. Okay, so I had another plan where I was just swapping this hand. It's just the original DC Direct hand, but it's a little bit too small. I really like how expressive it is, but it just looks a bit too weedy. So mission failed, I guess. So about that gap, I said I didn't really mind. Well, it turned out I did actually mind it. So I just resculpted a bit more seamless connection here. There's no real detail on here because I couldn't really make it look good. It looked too much like just like an etched in line rather than something natural. You're never really gonna have this view anyway. It's just gonna be like this, but now at least there won't be a big like noticeable line here where this part just stops. So, you know, I'm fine with it. So yeah, this is pretty much Penguin completely finished now. I can take off this umbrella here. So, unfortunately, the arms, I feel, are a little bit too long. I don't know, I might be able to go in and shorten them a little bit. I figured I would do a line here and then just move them up like a little bit, but at the same time, I can't really be bothered. If you have the hands like, well, the arms bent a bit like this, it looks a lot better already, so I think I'll just keep it like this. But other than that, I'm really happy with how this turned out. I finally have my favorite penguin design fully articulated, and I think it just looks fantastic. I'm also really happy that the old DC Direct umbrella works because, like I mentioned earlier in another video, this is a lot more of an accurate paint job. It's supposed to be silver up here, the eye is red, and I mean, the button on the McFarlane one isn't even painted. Does the McFarlane one even have a button? No, it doesn't! I don't really know if this design here is more accurate, but regardless, in terms of paint, this is the better looking umbrella, even though it's also drastically smaller. But you can, I guess he could... Yeah, he can actually support himself on the K now. That's really good. And he can, you know, just hold it. And then, of course, with the DC Direct figure, there is the removable hat, which I really like. He doesn't ever wear this hat in the game, it's only in the promo material, because whenever you see him, he's always like this. So it's kind of strange to me that the figures consistently are giving him hats. I mean, I personally think he does look better with one, but it really wasn't a must at all. I tried to replace this hand with the old DC Direct one, the one that's kind of like this, because he's holding a cigar, but I rewatched the cutscenes, and I realized that this is actually more accurate to how it was in the game. The entire hand is bandaged up, so it wouldn't really make any sense for him to be able to bend fingers individually, so this is the more accurate hand choice. Other than that, like, I mean, he has articulated legs now, pretty much what this figure should have been in the first place. Once again, the reason why I did all this is because this head sculpt is just terrible. Ugh, this is just completely awful. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll probably get to Croc next. But for the time being, thank you for watching, and hope you enjoyed the video.
Oi! Just you and me left. The bat versus the bird. Take comfort from the fact I never got hold of you. Would have been real messy. Oh, don't be so sad, Batman. Gotham's in good hands now. I'll take real good care of it.